The court has rejected Aruna's mercy plea. The Supreme Court has rejected the petition for mercy killing of Aruna Shanbhag. Big development there, and we will get you the latest information. But in reports is coming in, the Supreme Court has decided on rejecting Pinky Virani's petition of Aruna Shanbhag. We have Rhythm with us on the phone line. Rhythm, while announcing this judgment, what were the observations made by the Supreme Court?
Today, the Supreme Court has gone ahead in the Aruna Shanbhag case and have dismissed the passive euthanasia application for her. Aruna Shanbhag will therefore be allowed to die in the natural course of her life. No longer will passive euthanasia be administered to her. Pinky Virani's application has been dismissed. But Harishri, the real big news today is that the Supreme Court has gone ahead and for the first time has said passive euthanasia will be legal in the country with some conditions. Passive euthanasia, there are two types of euthanasia, Harishri. Active euthanasia is when the person himself wants a permission to get and commit, death for himself or herself. That is illegal, the court said. That will not be allowed. Passive euthanasia is administered by the best relatives of a family of a person who's already terminally ill, who's brain dead, and therefore the family believes he or she will be best when the pain is gone, when they are administered. In fact, euthanasia. For the first time, Justice Kajul's bench in the Supreme Court has said passive euthanasia will be legal in the country with some conditions. It will happen. However, the best friends in the family will have to submit reports to the High Court. It is the High Court of each state that will decide whether passive euthanasia should be allowed in a particular case or not. The reason that the High Court has been involved here, Harishri, is for one simple reason. There are several cases when this can be misused by people who want to get gains out of a person who's terminally ill. To make sure those people are not able to get those gains, the High Court has been involved. It has also been said that a panel of 3 doctors will be giving their report to the High Court in every case of passive euthanasia. And that, like I said, is the big news today. The Supreme Court, for the first time, goes ahead and makes passive euthanasia legal in the country to give some respite, some relief to people who are terminally ill, their family, when they want for solace to them, want to end their pain, will be allowed to administer passive euthanasia to them once they've gone to a High Court of a state and have asked for permission from the High Court. Like I said, the reason, excuse me, like I said, the reason of going to the High Court is the fact that the High Court will be able to administer this and make sure there is no misuse of passive euthanasia. The last time when the last arguments of the court were being heard, Harishri, the court had very simply asked the lawyers who were present in court what happens if there is misuse of passive euthanasia by people who want to have personal gains out of a person who's terminally ill. The court has therefore put this rider that passive euthanasia will be permissible under certain conditions and the approval of the High Court, and that's the big point. The Supreme Court, number 1 today, goes ahead, makes passive euthanasia legal in India. Number 2, they say this will only be done after the approval of the High Court. Number 3, it is a committee of 3 doctors who will be giving their report in each case of passive euthanasia to the court. Only then will it be administered in a particular case to make sure there is no misuse. In the Aruna Shanbhag case, we have to remember this is a patient who's been lying in the KEM hospital for the past 38 years after she was sodomized. The application here had said that the passive euthanasia should be administered to her since she's in terrible pain. However, the court has obviously gone ahead and seen that the KEM hospital staff has said they want to look after her. They don't believe she should be given passive euthanasia, should meet her natural end. Keeping that in mind, the Supreme Court has gone ahead, dismissed Pinky Virani's application. They have, however, praised Pinky Virani as well as KEM hospital staff for the noble spirit that they've shown in actually looking after her for 38 years. But clearly, Harishri, like I said, the big news today, the real news today is that Supreme Court has held passive euthanasia to be legal in the country.
Sure. In fact, let me quickly get in a word from Dr. Daksha Zaveri, the former head of Social Service Department at the KEM Hospital. Dr. Zaveri, your first reaction to the Supreme Court ruling in this case?
I have a feeling that as far as Aruna Shanbhag is concerned, she has been provided qualitative and also comfortable care, and I am not in favor of this mercy killing for her at least.
But Dr. Zaveri, what about the larger announcement? The Supreme Court is saying that in a selective basis, patients will be allowed to go in for passive euthanasia provided they get the consent of the local High Court with ample proof. What's your reaction to that observation made by the Supreme Court?
My reaction is that every individual case should be decided, if at all court decides to go ahead with it, it should be done on individual basis. But as far as, once again I will emphasize that as far as Aruna Shanbhag is concerned, I am not in favor of that. 37 years have passed and I have a feeling that now, at least it's my personal opinion, and I am not in favor of this.
Could you elaborate the reasons as to why you were not in favor of allowing the patient to go in for euthanasia?
You are talking about specially Aruna Shanbhag?
That's right.
Okay. As a social service department of KEM Hospital, she was, we remained always in the background to provide her immediate care. And since she was responding to the music and all that, we made arrangement for that. The question of providing equipment for music was there, but cost-wise it wasn't a big issue, but considering need of the time, we did that. Another thing, 37 years have passed and she has suffered for no fault of her own, and now at least she should not be given, she should not be, once again I would say I am not in favor. Let the God decide as per the nature, because birth and death are in the hand of God according to me, and it's my, once again I would say it's my personal opinion. Another thing, I have a fear that once this is done, there should be this should not be used for selective reasons, you know. That's my great fear. In our country, there are number of cases like this. This is one case we are aware about it.
Ma'am, please hold your thoughts.